tad rainy out and a lot of lightning. Well, it's day one on the bike. I left Cusco a couple hours ago, about halfway to my next destination. So far, so good. Well, it was really raining and pouring this morning, so I took off a bit late, waited for the rain to come down, but pretty nice now. Up in the mountains here, just south of Cusco, about 60-70 miles now. So this river here is actually the same river that I came up on my way to Cusco when I was on a boat. We're just on the other side. This is where it comes down out of the Andes. So the valley before this one was all corn, and now it's all cattle. Central square of a little town called Sequani. Got a lot of eye doctors here, get glasses. Town of Marangani. A condor and a cuy, a guinea pig. Got a local sale going on down here. Cattle, sheep, llamas, vicuña, alpaca. Little everything looks like. Just made it to a nice little spot. There's some hot springs. Good spot too, because it's about 13,000 feet, and I was dying the last couple miles up here. Didn't really want to go on to the next city. So here we are. So we're just over 14,000 feet, 14,200 something. And then we'll head downhill from here. It's kind of the peak on this road. There's the Andean goose. And there's some yellow-billed teal and a few other little shorebirds and stuff. Hola, amigo. I guess there's a lot of Andean geese in the area. So I'm up in the Peruvian Altiplano, like the high plains. The town I was staying in, Ayaviti, was at 12,800 feet. And yeah, this whole plain's about the same. You can see there's still mountains on the edges. but just a lot of big valleys, a lot of farming going on. Well, it looks pretty rainy and menacing where I'm headed. Weather changes pretty quickly, so we'll see what happens. Well, we've hit some of the storm. Not terrible so far, a little rain, lightning in the background, quite a bit of wind in my face inside, but yeah, not too bad. Must have dropped elevation a bit because there's actually trees now. Before we were above tree line, there wasn't any. Here's the city I'm staying in tonight. It's called Azangado. Looks like the bridge is out, or they're working on it, so there's a walk bridge across, and you have vans on both sides. Got a hailstorm going on outside. Still climbing to be done. Whew. Well, I think I just got done with the big climb of the day. Was the elevation of the lake down there. So this is Lake Titicaca behind me. As you can see, it's a very big lake. I'll be cycling along in about 2 days. You can see the other side. You can see it's real nice, pretty water. Got some fish pens, I assume trout. So this is the border between Bolivia and Peru, overlooking Lake Titicaca. Quite windy today. So the border was back down there. Then from the border there's this dirt road. So I'm headed to the next city, Puerto Costa, where I have to do migrations to get into Bolivia. Well, I made it into Bolivia. It's the first few miles riding. Made it in last night. But the visa, you had to have a bunch of paperwork, and they had to have a couple pictures of you that you had to get. So luckily there's a spot in town. Could get all that, but yeah, I had to do that this morning. So I stayed the night here in this little town. Got all the paperwork done. Got through migration, and yeah, here we are in Bolivia. Well, I made it to the top of the climb today. I was down by the lake, but for some reason they decided to build the road to about the highest point around. And now I'll go back down to the lake. Oh well. So still here cycling along Lake Titicaca. Yesterday I cycled along the edge over there. Stayed at a town down around the corner. Found a nice camping spot along Lake Titicaca here. Beautiful water. Take a little swim here. So, weather rather wet and rainy today. You can see my lips are taking a beating. I have some stuff on them, trying to cure them, but yeah. So I'm gonna cross over to Copacabana today. There's a little strait you have to get on these little barges. So, got on. You can see that one's heading across. They use these little outboards. And yeah, that's how we're gonna get across. So it's actually not an island across over there. It's connected to mainland, but on the Peruvian side, not on the Bolivian side over here. So this is the way to cross here. On our way. See, way down behind me is the lake. This is the peak of the road. From here it'll be all downhill. Right here it's right at 14,000 feet elevation. The lake's at like 12,500. So I've been down to the lake and back up a couple times today. And now I'm headed down to Copacabana, Bolivia. The town I'm headed to. Gonna stay there a couple days.